Welcome back to the AfterLife SMP. It's been quite a couple of moments since I've been on the server, and it is time for my return. Now, we are slowly heading towards the end of this season, in case you're not aware. We are wrapping up the season somewhere in October, so that does mean we need to get to work and wrap up a couple of our own projects. And this base is a sore thorn. What's the saying? Sore throat? A thorn in my side. It's not a thorn. It's been so many things, and it's been on so many spots. This barn was next to spawn where the gaming district is now, and eventually I moved it over here. I also wanted my base somewhere else, which never happened, and eventually I chose this spot, which is so beautiful. It has so much potential, but I did nothing with that potential. And as the sun sets in the background, that's exactly what I want to do. For my final stretch on this season, I want to finish this base. The first thing I want to get in place, and I've already kind of been working on it, is a large wheat field. And am I gonna do my classic thing where I try and say the same sentence over and over until it starts, until it flows, until it kicks in? It seems so. The first thing I want to do, and I've already been working on it, is a little wheat field. I always say this thing, a little. Can I stop saying a little? The first thing I want to work on here at the farm is a wheat field, which naturally makes sense, and I've already been doing that. Hello? And I've already been doing that. Over here you can see I did start making things farmland. We can go free cam. I also did start doing a little bit of shaping. You can see this kind of not similar patterns, but it does have a nice flow and a step down. So this whole area here, I want to make the farm patch. This is the type of farmland that will hopefully make Farmer Fire proud of us. Though it will probably pale in comparison to what he's done before. And if you don't know who Farmer Fire is, of course I'm talking about Whitefire. Link in description. Check him out. Check out all the AfterLife SMP members. They will all be linked in a little link in the description. Where's my brain going? That's the sentence, I guess. We also have the application event linked down below. We're looking for new members to join us in Season 6, so be sure to apply. There'll be a link to the video down below. And then, of course, we do have AfterLife merch, and we have the AfterLife Discord. All these things always linked down below. Marketing KB. So I'm trying to shape out this land. It looks fine. No, it looks terrible. It looks terrible. I think I need to use this line with my barn, kind of trying to have it be more or less of a straight line and then curving. I think all of these diagonal lines is just messing with it. Or maybe it's because I'm trying to get straight lines in a diagonal looking space. Maybe that's what's messing with it. I might honestly be thinking about some divider walls. What do you call those kind of walls? If we have the farm kind of coming straight out like this, that's a little bit too symmetrical, but have it come straight out like this, and then push this little lip back straight up 2 block high. Maybe we have that around the farm, and it's legitimately like it's an artificial farm that we built in place. It was man-made. I'm doing something here, but I'm kind of struggling with these separation walls. Is that what they're called? So I am having a weird, I want it to go in a little bit and then come out a little bit and then curve around on that side. It's looking a little strange. This is a little bit like what's those ice cream lollipop things? It looks like too perfectly shaped. So I'm trying weird things here. But that made me realize I can just take back this patch here, and then I want to actually build some little horse stalls around here somewhere. I don't use horses. That was a thing that could have worked this season, because Skunk's base is right there. Rex built the secret laboratory, not so secret over there. His base is right at the back there, so that could have been cool, having more horses around. So I'm gonna imagine that we use them all season and just also add a little horse stable right over here. But then I can keep these divider wall kind of action all the way through. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that idea. It makes it a little bit man-made and artificial, but I don't mind that. Okay, why is it so difficult to make curves? I'm struggling so much. I want that to go in and then come out a little bit and then curve around again. I'm just struggling. Maybe this is too thick. I don't know. This is really, really, really breaking my brain here. So if we go 1, 2, 3, let's go 3 there and 1, 2, 3 there maybe. And then I go 1, 2 over there. And then I'll go 1, 2 over there. And you're seeing my madness. You're seeing my measurements and my methods. We'll do 2 there. Get all of this to go away. I will imagine that's gone. Free cam. Let's see, did that fix it? So that goes in a little bit, and then that comes out. That's better. So just make this smaller. I've been sitting here for way too many hours. Just landscaping. Just landscaping. Why is landscaping so difficult? That's probably just I never practice it. That already looks so cool from this angle. Let's go free cam. And this is gonna look so good when it's grown up. And then once it's grown up, we can figure out decorative details around it, which I'm not too sure what I want to do. I think it'll change depending on if we bring a road down here. Once the road is in, it might change aesthetics a little bit, especially the parts on this side. Over here, I'm probably gonna add like... Okay, luckily I managed to get the clips in between, the little flashback clips, so that's pretty cool. Managed to squeeze those in. I think it might be free cam. I think free cam with Tweakaroo might be crashing or causing issues for my game. But anyways, alongside these, I want to now go ahead and maybe bring in some spruce and slabs on top, spruce slabs on top, and spruce slabs on top, and supportive spruce log beams maybe. Now I know it might not be of interest of you, but it seems like my connection issues are internet related things, which I could have just kept off camera, but you witnessed it as I was recording, so I thought I'd just get you in the loop. I think my new internet is also dodgy. It's all Wi-Fi based, so I think Wi-Fi based is just dodgy. Anyways, I've built these walls, and I almost love them as they are, just the dirt and then the spruce slab. And if we go free cam, I can show you, it goes all around. Such a cool shape. There, accidentally I made this heart kind of shape, which is not what I want, but maybe we can have this road come down here. It kind of told me to do that as I was building. On this side, I do feel a bit strange about the shape going all straight like that, but I'm gonna build a road here, and I'm thinking of placing some silos on this side. That would kind of justify why it's straight. Maybe. I don't know. I have no reason or rhyme for what I'm doing, but I think we should build some silos next. So from the portal side, the landscape is a little ruined by these divider walls, but the barn does still look cool in the distance, and of course the orb does also look pretty cool. Then as you walk up, the silos reveal themselves. And I think from the back here it looks decent, but it also does look a bit strange. Some of the pipes feel a little thin, and then having the spruce support things does also feel like it's a bit strange, but I do kind of like that it's not as impressive, because you look at it and then you move on and look at the barn, which almost makes the barn stand out a bit. I like that I went grey. It almost feels like it's a steel, let's go free cam, a steel kind of something. It does have a steel effect, and overall everything does work together. Well, I think it works together. It does have a good feel, and if we go up close, get rid of those sticks. What the idea is, here we'll have a road where the tractors or the trucks can stop and collect whatever item is in the silos. And then at the back, we need to get a road that'll go straight through here, most likely, and then around connecting on this side. Now, I need to preface this. I have no idea about anything around farming. All my knowledge comes from Farming Simulator. So in Farming Simulator, there is the spot where you can drop off the harvest. And as you can see, I did add some logic-looking something. It goes down there into a funnel, and then all the way up into the pipes, into the actual silos. That's what I wanted to do. And definitely up close, it feels more impressive. It feels cool. And then further away, here it feels like concrete. And further away does have that steel effect, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's the silos. I will probably make a truck somewhere that is loading things potentially. But overall, I'm very happy with it. It's pulling the farm together. Just having the barn and the silos with the field already is pulling things together. It does let me think that this wheat field is probably a little too small for these crazy big silos. But we'll just suspend our beliefs, I think is the saying. I'm looking at this now, and I think maybe this needs to be more wheat fields. The same kind of platform, but we use that new height there, and we make another dividing wall, separating wall coming around there, with an entrance where a tractor could go in. But it does feel like having a big barn like that and a huge silos like that, this wheat field's too small. The other thing I'm thinking of is if I can build a farm this season, a house that is, I think the farmhouse should go over here. Now, I don't know if I have the skills or the time to do that, but this would be a great spot so the farmhouse can have a view of the ocean, maybe a little deck you can sit and watch the sunset. Oh, that'll be great. I think maybe surprisingly this works. It is a bit of a high wall now, and now we need to figure out what else I'll do with our pond to make it fit in. Maybe a little waterfall that comes out. That logic doesn't make sense, but does anything need to make sense in Minecraft? Let's go free cam. I do love this platform. I love how it looks. This platform makes that at the top look so much better. I think because the top stuff was out of place in this diagonal line landscape, maybe it looked weird, but the more of this we do, the more it feels like it's starting to fit in. Slowly, I've been starting this farm, and I'm planting carrots because it feels like maybe we need another crop by the farm, and I'm just slowly adding more of it. I don't have more carrots, so hopefully that'll grow, and then I can bring it over here. But as I'm doing this, I'm just thinking about how sad it is that I can't do this in a time lapse because it's so unpredictable and unreliable when my game's gonna kick me. And I wish I can figure out what it is, but my theory is it is related to my new internet I got. It's still 5G based, but I do believe that there's some kind of refresh, something that happens with 5G kind of devices that you share with everyone in your area. And I think something along those lines just make it an unreliable thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. But unfortunately, this is the best internet I can get where I live. So, it is what it is, and I'm going to have to just figure out a new way of making content and making it interesting without really relying on time lapses and stuff, because now I'm not sure if I can do that. So, if you have ideas on how I could make it more fun and interesting by going old school, but not really relying on time lapses, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your ideas on how to do that. How would one do progress update style videos? Probably is the best idea, but how would one do that in a way that doesn't have a lot of those, you know, that scenario where the creator says, so I did some work off camera? That's exactly what is happening. Especially like this farm. I was going to just plant all these carrots and then bring you in. And then I realized, like, wait a second. 2, 3, 4. This needs to move up. And was like, wait a second. I need to bring you in now so you know what I'm doing. I don't know. I don't know how to do things without the time lapses. So I'm excited to hear from you. Let me know what you think. You know what? As I'm expanding this and I'm flying out to have a look at how it looks so far, I'm realizing I should just remove the cows over here. Why they're not loading in? I think I'm crashing. Oh no. Anyways, what I'm thinking is to round this out a little bit better up here, get rid of this heart-shaped indent whatever, and plant potatoes up there. Then we have wheat, carrots, potatoes, the main ones, and then we'll like have just a little tiny garden of beetroot. because no one uses beetroot. But we're getting there. I'm still just waiting for my carrots to grow, so I can have carrots to plant. This is bigger than I thought it would be. I have the carrot patch in. Well, the carrots aren't in yet, but I did measure out all the farmland. And it does go all the way to the back there. There I want to do something where tractors may have trampled a little bit to go in and harvest eventually. I don't know. We'll see about that. But I want to actually now fill in this side a tiny bit. 3, 4. How about that? 5. It actually connects up beautifully. How does it look? That might be okay. Now, we gotta move these cows somewhere else. I have no idea where they will go, but they need to move somewhere else for now. Maybe I just move some of them in there and then get rid of it, and then once we know where cows should go, we can take them where they need to go. Maybe they actually go in there. We'll see. Alright, everyone follow me off to your new home. Straight single line all the way down here. Welcome to your new home. I built this barn like years ago and it's finally being used. There we go. I'll probably just leave those and just send these dudes down the road. Send them elsewhere. Because removing all of these will allow me... Removing all of this will allow me to bring in the potato farm, and I now need to measure that off. We'll bring it in pretty tight. 1, 2, 3. That should be good. I think I'm going to be sick of farming. Man, it's such work if you don't have all the carrots or the potatoes. I did actually start planting potatoes, but that's all the stock I got. And then I did finish the little landscaping, terraforming bit on that side, but now I'm just planting. Okay. That looked cool, having the carrots and the wheat in, and the potatoes not so much. And oh, you're leaving. I was about to make a funny quip about having you going into the... They're leaving. Fine, we'll skip that scene, and I'll just get back to more farming. I've made it halfway, but I'm having a little bit of a tough time playing on the server. I'm being disconnected like every 3 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever it is at this point. So I think this is a good point to wrap up the episode, because we did the wheat field, we did the silos, we got the carrots in, we're working on the potatoes, and for our 20,000th time of free cam, you can see how beautiful it's coming together. I love how it looks. It's so good, and I'm proud of the silos. It's my first ever silos I've built, and I think they turned out pretty good, like my barn as well. It's my first ever barn I've built. I do need to fill this in a little bit more, I see now. I forgot to max this out, but I do need to get some water extensions here and there, but that'll work on once the server stops kicking me. But I believe, is this the spot? Is this the spot for the fancy outro? Is this? Yes. So let's place the camera right about here, and then I can look you in the eyeballs. Let me remove my potatoes. But yes, that is going to be a wrap-up for today's episode. Feel free to let me know what you think about the silos and about the farm expansion and everything. And what do you think we should build on the farm spot further? What else is missing? What else do we need? I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, that is going to be a wrap-up for today from the AfterLife SMP. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. And I'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.